Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. I am the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And this video right here is for all my Aquarius INFJs out there. Now, for the most part, there are certain qualities because we the 1%. So there's certain things that only us INFJs understand when it comes to us feeling alone or being abandoned. You don't even be necessarily having to do with people and stuff like that. But for the most part, here's the thing. We all experience, regardless of the zodiac sign, and it's important to even understand your fellow, because we're all counselors at heart. So, you know, I'm your fellow INFJ, but I'm an Aries such as myself. So, you know, me being an astrologer, I can kind of show you things that you already been seeing anyway. I ain't teaching you nothing. I'm already showing you what you already know. So for the most part, you already see what I'm giving. I'm just going to add a little flavor to it to be like, oh, it's modified through astrology of how I'm seeing my own circumstance. And you being the Aquarius INFJ, right, you are the hero of networking and thinking. So for the most part, when you went through all those ups and downs of abandonment issues, without even knowing that's what's happening, validation issues, not being validated on what you're doing good or bad, without even knowing that's happening, and going through, and you know we're not these things, so we're just picking templates. And this time you picked a template like Aquarius to accommodate for and structure up mental forms, because we all got unique minds, and we're not none of these things. We're fallen angels. And for the most part, you start to develop this new vibe, this new feeling through the lens of Aquarius, but you the INFJ's powerful angel, angelic spirit, man or woman, to bring a new vibe down here. Now, down here, we got zodiac, we got astrology, numerology. Now, through the lens of Aquarius, you brought a new template of ways of networking and ways of thinking. So you develop a sufficient, unique way to think for yourself, and you develop a unique way of networking. And these are qualities early in the INFJ life. Being an Aquarius, you may not know this is what you're getting attention for, because we don't have no problem getting attention. We have a problem, or popularity. We have a problem on doing it the right way, and if it's something we want to do at all. And we kind of look down on individuals who's utilizing it for names and titles and societal issues. So when you start to gain this attention and it's light, early in the INFJ life, you may not know why you're getting attention, and you just need reciprocation from the world based upon that abandonment. And then for the most part, here's what you start to experience, what you start to get drained from when you share your space, because you already got these qualities. And the introverted thinking, you know where these concepts come from as a starting point or a seed to even become an external feeling, an expression, and a vibration to see a person in these energies doing it their own way. So you kind of give this grace. You already good in this area without even knowing it. So you give this grace, being the Aquarius INFJ, to others. So you attract a whole lot of individuals who grew up in their upbringing who probably lack networking skills or lack thinking abilities. And you'll start to realize when you want compassion as you start to get older as the INFJ, that this is your power and this is what you was getting drank from. People are utilizing you for your networking, your ability to meet people and think and come up with solutions. And then you'll start to realize every time you're helping someone, the networking you are helping them with, they take that network and try to cut you out of it in some way, in weird ways. And then you see how those humans even come together better than how you even came together with that person in the first place before you introduced that other person to that person. Then a disconnect come from that person, and you have to separate from both of them and deal with all these other type of circumstances. Then there have been times where you attract individuals and everything is all good, and you've been getting drank from this energy. And then once you start to feel like that, right, but everything is going all good, you reach that INFJ space, being an Aquarius, like, okay, let me let this person know this is my way of thinking and what I need to use their thoughts for. Let me let this person know this is my networking and how I network things and put things together for them to even know who I am. And the moment you do that, the moment, oh, you ain't who they thought you was. No, I'm saying, oh, you the demon, you the devil now. Because you have became somebody's cheerleader without knowing it. So here's what you start to realize, being an INFJ Aquarius. You start to realize, like, oh, it wasn't about me. They ain't like me for genuinely me. They like me for my networking and who they thought I knew and why I was getting attention. And they actually was using my networking to try to figure out why everybody liked me. They wasn't using it for me and me helping them. And that's what the individuals don't understand. Humans just think you're their cheerleader. And you think you're helping them see something in themselves that they can do on their own, and y'all can come together as a team. So before you take this leadership role to put yourself in the back seat, and you think that as the INFJ, which we all have qualities to run a community, you put yourself in a situation where you have to realize this from the astrological perspective. You, the Aquarius, you're going to attract a whole lot of people that you think you have to save. So you think you got to save a whole community and help people with their networking and help people with their thinking and exert all yours. But then you're going to reach that door slam explosion, cussing everybody out energy as the INFJ. Because once your Aquarius energy get used too much, the INFJ spirit, us angels, we ain't none of these things. It's going to kick in. You're going to have that energy of exploding and stuff, because you actually, for you to feel like you're leading everybody, you're going to feel like, well, when it comes to those times that it's time for you and have your networking to yourself, for you to need help for thinking, you're leading the whole community where you have to put that in the back seat, sacrifice your own networking and sacrifice your own ability to think, because you're trying to run and lead a whole community. And us INFJs, we change the world by changing ourselves, not changing these people. So for the most part, because they're trying to go where we already at, so you become the angel and the demon to others and yourself, networking and thinking abilities, and you also become a threat to others' network itself, and you hold a mirror up to show other individuals that they're not networking as good as you, they don't think as good as you, and they was actually using your template in the first place, which is why you become a threat in that area. So shout out to all my INFJs, Aquariuses.